Oh. Hey guys, it's Keegan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are baking. I think I made this exact video last year, but one of my family's traditions is to make these peanut butter blossom cookies. They are so good. A lot of you guys said in my last video that you tried these cookies and you and your families really like them. I will link the recipe down below for you guys, but I thought we would bake, we would chit chat, kind of get in the holiday spirit, and I thought I'd share with you guys my Christmas wish list because a lot of you guys have been asking me what I'm asking for Christmas. Kind of just like a 2-in-1. We get to hang out, get to bake. If you want to bake with me while we're doing this, I'm just gonna like talk while we bake. I love making these videos because I can just talk for hours. One thing about me is I will never shut up. Sorry. I kind of want to put that Santa hat on. Should I? What do you think? What do you think? I have so many Santa hats around my house because when I was younger, my family, we bought a bunch of these Santa hats because we were going to take like family photos in it, and then my parents got divorced, so we didn't end up taking the family photos. So we just have a ton of Santa hats. Okay, first things first, we're going to bake and talk. Multitasking. Kind of hard for me. Wait, I'm going to put on some chapstick first. My lips are dry. Intermission. First, we're going to combine peanut butter and shortening into a bowl. I'm going to be so straight up with you guys. I could totally use a hand mixer for this, but then I find it harder to hear me talk, so we're just going to do this by hand and just hope for the best. So I have some shortening here. You know what I was thinking? What if I weigh the peanut butter instead of putting it in a measuring cup? Because it's just sticky. It's hard. I also got brand new peanut butter for this. These are peanut butter blossom cookies. They're peanut butter cookies with like a little chocolate Hershey kiss on top. So delicious. Oh good, this does have batteries in it. I recently took out some batteries from a scale or something like that so I could put it in my remote. So I didn't have any batteries for my remote. I'll start sharing my Christmas wish list as I get the ball in this rolling, but first we gotta get the shortening out. Get out. Whoa. I think I might be a little too aggressive right now. I'm kind of in like a hyper mood, if you couldn't tell. So we're gonna do half a cup of shortening. I don't even know really what shortening is. I know it's kind of like butter, like a fat. Okay, well that just got all of the wrapper and okay, we're starting off weird. The thing about me is I really love to bake, but I wouldn't say that I'm good at it. I do think that like the things do end up turning out well, just like not 100% of the time. You know, sometimes there's a little trial and error process. Okay, so what is that noise? Do you hear that? How much does 3/4 cup peanut butter weigh in ounces? Okay, wait, 11.8 grams. That's not ounces, but we can go with grams. There's nothing like a fresh thing of peanut butter. When I was younger, I used to just like eat this by the spoonful. Honestly, why don't I still do that? We got 11.8 grams. I don't know how much that is or what that looks like. So we're just gonna hope for the best. First thing on my Christmas wish list, I want to get a light up vanity makeup mirror. So what I have now is I have this mirror that I got when I was 12 years old, and I bought these lights to put on it from Amazon, which they're still very good. Wait, this is saying it's 59 grams. That doesn't seem right. I shouldn't have done this. This was not my best idea, guys. I'm already flopping. I don't understand. Oh, it's because I typed in peanuts, not peanut butter. Got it. 6.6 ounces. That makes, I was like, I don't get it. That makes a lot of sense. Anyways, right now I have this like kind of, I don't want to say janky, but it doesn't look nice at all. And I like filming when I get ready or kind of even working at my desk. So I want better lighting over there. And so I want to get this like light up makeup mirror, and I saw it on TikTok. So I added that to my list. It's from Amazon. This is 0.1 ounces more than what it's supposed to be, but I think that's fine. So I'm just going to combine these two together and just mix them up. I love this so much. Every time I make these, I have a lot of family friends are like, Keegan, can I please have some? Like if they know that I'm making them, I guarantee you when I post that I'm making these, my family friends that I grew up with are gonna be like, Keegan, I need some of these. Like I just would share them with everyone. Like this was just like our family tradition. Normally I would use like a rubber spatula, but since these spoons are already peanut buttered out, just use the spoons. Less dishes. I hate doing dishes. The worst part about cooking and baking and all that is just cleaning up afterwards. The shortening is kind of chunky, which I didn't know that was a thing. So I guess that makes sense why you're supposed to use a hand mixer. Should I? It would save me a lot of time. Okay, you know what guys? I did decide. I'm 2 seconds in and I'm like, you know what? I am gonna use a hand mixer. It will take so much faster if we do that. I can't wait to eat the dough. The dough is the best part. If you don't eat the dough, something's wrong. Not something's wrong with you, but you know. All I'm gonna say is the cookie dough is worth the risk of salmon vanilla. And yes, I know it's not actually pronounced salmon vanilla. Some people are like genuinely concerned for me that I think it's pronounced salmon vanilla. I just think it's fun calling it that. We're gonna use this hand mixer. I got this for Christmas last year. Speaking of Christmas, the next thing on my Christmas wish list is a crock pot. And I want a mini crock pot because I don't know where I would store like a regular sized one in here. I do feel like I have a lot of storage in my kitchen, but not unlimited. So I would like a little crock pot to make stuff I really want to find like crock pot recipes and meal prep, but I will say I will try not to add a cube of cream cheese to every recipe. I feel like that's just like that's kind of like the funny meme going on TikTok right now. Every crock pot recipe just has a chunk of cream cheese in it. I should not be trusted with this thing if I'm being honest. I've only used it a handful of times because it scares me. It's not really working. I've made this recipe 1,000,001 times, and yet I feel like every time I make it, there's always something that I'm like, oh, I don't remember that happening last time. It's the fun thing about baking. It's, you know, different every time. Okay, this is nice and creamy. I think I'm gonna give it like one more good. No, I probably should. One more little mixy dixie doo-dah. I just kind of came up with that. I liked that mixy dixie doo-dah. It's kind of fun. Ah! I just got some everywhere. I just went to go wipe up some that spilled, and I was gonna wipe it on the blade as the blade was going. Why did I think that was a good idea? Why did I sit here and say, this is moving really fast, let's just wipe something on it? No, that's as good as that's gonna get. Since I work in an office now 3 days a week, I have to have my meal prep for lunch. So I just thought a crock pot would be a nice thing that I can make meals for lunch for the week. And if you guys have any crock pot recipes, especially mini crock pot recipes, let me know. Also, oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot to mention this. I do not expect to get any of this stuff for Christmas. These are just things that have been on my list of things that I've been wanting to buy for a really long time that I shared with my mom, and I was like, feel free to buy me any of it. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally fine. I don't expect any of this. I feel like that I just need like that disclaimer, you know? Okay, next up we're gonna add a third cup of granulated sugar and a third cup of brown sugar, and then we're gonna beat until fluffy. We got our sugars. I will say I am really hungry, so I just need to hurry this up because I want to eat it. My brown sugar is pretty solid, which doesn't make sense because I have this brown sugar bear inside of it, which is supposed to moisten it up. Maybe I'm going to put the brown sugar bear in some water. I got this on Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys actually. Normally it works, but clearly not today. But you soak it in water for a day, and then you put it in your brown sugar, and then it softens your brown sugar. So she's gonna be moistened back there in this cup that I took from a bar. They told me I was allowed to, so I guess I wasn't like stealing. I just kept it. I'm on a roll of doing weird things today because I just rubbed my eye as I have full mascara on. One thing about being an adult is that I always ask for kind of like practical things. I want a crock pot. I think that's like not as practical. It's not saying it's not practical, but a lot of things that I'm asking for, which you guys will see on this list, is very much so things that I just don't want to buy myself. You know what I've always wondered? You know when you're a kid and like your extended family gives you money or like a present for your birthday, and then as you get older that kind of starts to like wean off and they stop giving you things. Why do I get gifts when I'm 4 and don't need them, but when I'm in my 20s and I could really use some extra cash, that's when I don't get it? That's my question of the day. Why is that? This brown sugar is not soft at all, and I'm kind of afraid it's gonna ruin the cookies, so we're just gonna have to make sure to really blend out any chunks in it. I feel like a good moist brown sugar, in my opinion, is the key that will make or break a moist cookie. That's just my opinion. I don't think that there's any scientific backing to that. I'm sure there is, and I can just Google it, but this is just, you know, in my theories, my hypothesis. I'm gonna mix these up, but first I'll share another thing that I'm asking for my Christmas wish list. This is honestly kind of an extensive list, so like I said, I do not expect to get any of these things at all. The next thing I'm asking for is shower cleaner. I've been using Windex to clean my shower, my glass shower. I've recently got a glass shower this year, and my last apartment had a bathtub, so I didn't need that, so I'm asking for some kind of like glass cleaner. I always kind of like trust the older people that they've been cleaning showers for much longer. I just feel like the Windex, like there's so much soap scum on it that it's not working, if we're being honest. Another thing that I'm asking for kind of that goes along with it, I always ask for like bathroom stuff for Christmas, but I want those little like smelly pod things. They're gel that you put on your toilet, so every time you flush it makes your toilet smell good. I used to buy those, but I just feel like they're kind of expensive, and I just don't like spending money on things like that. So if I can get them for Christmas or for my birthday or any kind of holiday, that is preferred. This looks very grainy. I'm sure it is because of the brown sugar. I'm gonna get a fork and try to mash any like kind of brown sugar chunks. This is what I was saying. The key to a good cookie is a moist brown sugar. I really should have put the sugar bear in and moistened it before, but I didn't think ahead, and that's on me. I probably should have done this, that you can microwave brown sugar and that will moisten it. Leave it to me to think of these things afterwards, but that's okay. I mean, cookies are gonna be good no matter what. These are cookies. There's really very little ways that you can mess up cookies. It is possible, but you can. Another thing that I want for Christmas is a veggie chopper. They're one of those like little This is me pretending like I'm chopping the veggies. I actually own one, but I broke it, so I wanted to get a nicer one that I wouldn't break. I think I asked this for my aunt for like a little family secret Santa. The one that I found is on Amazon. Like I keep saying, I'll link all the stuff down below that I'm asking for. Vanilla, egg, and milk are the next things that we're gonna add to our mix. This is what it looks like so far, by the way. It looks kind of chunky. It looks very grainy. I'm hoping that these will fluffen it up and make it super yummy. There's always something that goes wrong. Another thing that I asked for, I don't remember if I actually asked for this. I thought about it, but I don't know if I asked for it. I need some new candle lighters, like some just like lighters, you know, like the ones you get at Costco. Mine are dying. And I had an electric lighter that you recharge and I really didn't like it. It never worked for me. I prefer the regular ones. Although I do feel guilty that they die eventually. The other one didn't work for me. Next thing I'm asking for is a tongue scraper. If you guys have seen those, I have those. And I think I like to get a new one just every year because it's sanitary and it's like kind of gross. There are things that just like scrape the gunk off of your tongue. It's really appetizing as I say that as I'm, you know, making food. But I think those are really great for like your hygiene, and I think that would just make like a nice little stocking stuffer. One thing that I told my mom this year that I was honestly a little afraid to tell her because I was like, I hope this doesn't come off as rude or like offensive. But one thing that I really wanted to focus on this year was not getting so many like filler items, things just for the sake of opening presents. Even like little stocking stuffers and things like that, I wanted it to not be wasteful. I wanted less things, and if I did have stocking stuffers, I wanted them to be things that are actually used, not like paperweights or like a bunch of candy that eventually I'm just gonna throw out. That's why I kind of had like a lot of cleaning stuff and little things like that on my list that I was like, I would rather have this, I don't know, a t-shirt I'm not gonna wear or something like that. But I was like really afraid to say that because I was like, is this rude? I feel like it's kind of rude. But I just didn't want to waste anyone's money like buying me stuff that I wasn't going to use or just return eventually. And I also feel like I'm by no means a minimalist. Look at this background. There's no minimalism in this at all. Wait, this piece of hair, what side of it hit my head does this piece of hair go on? Okay. I don't want a bunch of clutter in my apartment, especially because my apartment is smaller this year than it was last year. I feel like I just want less stuff around me, and I've been trying to just go through the process of kind of getting rid of things and just not having so much. Now we blend this and let's hope it makes it fluffy. It's so fluffy, I'm going to die. You know, let's do this. Oh wait, before we do this, I need to scrape the spatula. I think that helped a lot. That really did a lot for it. It looks a lot fluffier if you can tell. Another thing that I'm asking for is a digital camera. I'll link down below the one that I'm asking for. I saw it on TikTok. I have a Canon G7X camera and I really love that camera for taking photos, but I wanted a camera that I could take really cute photos with my friends, bring it to a bar, bring it to dinner, and not be like constantly worried of breaking it, losing it, spilling on it, because my Canon G7X is a very expensive camera. I've had that one since like 2017. So when I have a camera, I like use the camera, but I just didn't want an expensive camera to bring with me. I wanted a camera that I could take cute photos with my friends and that I could bring with me. I get very paranoid about losing that camera. I saw someone post about the one that I'm asking for on TikTok, so that is why we're asking for that. Now in a separate bowl, we're gonna do our dry ingredients and then we're gonna combine them with this. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna scrape these down and I'm just gonna fold in the rest of the ingredients. What's another thing on my list? See, I told you, I feel like this list is like never ending. Does anybody else feel rude asking for things for Christmas? Like it just feels wrong. Like yes, I want these things, but I'm like, don't buy me things. Like that just feels weird. I feel like I'm like asking for too much. I'm like, no, let me buy you something. You don't have to buy me anything. No, thank you. No, thank you. But speaking of me buying people things, I need to finish getting my Christmas presents because I haven't done that yet. I'm like almost done, but not fully. What are our dry ingredients that we need here? Whenever I move these over, I'm like, please don't spill, please don't spill, please don't spill, because one time I was holding one of these containers kind of from the lid, sugar everywhere. It was when I was younger and my dog was eating the sugar and then she threw it all up. So that was kind of traumatizing for me to have to clean it all up. Okay, let's start combining these dry ingredients into this bowl and then we'll combine them into the wet mixture and then we'll fold them all in. Next thing that I'm asking for, is perfume. Okay, here's the thing about this, guys. I really want to be a perfume girly. I really do. I really want to have like a signature scent. And I told myself that I was going to go to the mall and just like try on a bunch of different perfumes and see which one I like the most. But I didn't end up doing that. That didn't happen. I just kind of ran out of time and I was like, I don't know like what scent I want. And I feel like a lot of times you try a scent on and then as your day goes on, the scent kind of changes. It's almost like how foundation oxidizes, like with your body temperature. And every scent smells different on every person. So what I am asking for, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was so smart asking for this because I just couldn't figure out what perfume I wanted to be my new like signature scent. I asked for this little Sephora perfume sampler that they have. And basically it's a bunch of samples of perfume and then there's like a gift card voucher where you can get a full size or a smaller full size of one one of the perfumes. And I was like, that is the perfect way to test out these perfumes, see which one I like, and I don't have to like rush and make a decision and then get an expensive perfume that maybe I don't like as much as I thought I did initially. So it's from Sephora. It's like their little gift set. They do this every year. And so I'm excited to try some of those perfumes if I do get it. I hope I do because I really want to be a perfume girly. I don't know if anyone else follows. I think it's Oh Pretty Things. She's an influencer on TikTok who posts about her dating life, and I eat that shit up. I love that type of content. And she always talks about perfumes because she's like very much so into perfumes. And she has really made me want to be a perfume girly. I am not gonna lie, I was just so concerned because I read it wrong. And at first I thought it said a tablespoon of baking soda, and I was like, a tablespoon? A tablespoon? No, it was a teaspoon. But I really want to be a perfume girly because of her. She's influenced me, a true influencer. I hope that that will be like a nice way of trying to figure out what I like, what I don't like, because I can never really figure out what scents I do and don't like. Right now I've really been liking Flower Bomb, but I think that I want kind of more of like a girly scent than that, like almost more like youthful. I feel like that's more like mature, which I do really love that perfume, but I don't know if I want that to be like my signature scent. If you don't know what a signature scent is, it's like a scent that you wear every day that when someone smells that, they think of you. I don't really love like super warm scents on me just because I feel like I sweat a lot, and like warm scents and sweat do not go good together. And we're just gonna fold this all in together. I'm doing it a half cup at a time just so it's not too much and it can incorporate well into all the different areas. I'm talking as if I know what I'm talking about. The next thing that I'm asking for is a set of colorful pens. I think they're the Papermate brand. The paper, I don't know. There's a set of colorful pens and I just really like using these pens. I love to journal. I love to write my to-do list with pens. I don't use pencils anymore, and so I just think colorful pens make life so much fun. And a lot of the ones that I've had have been dying on me recently, and so I thought I'd ask for another set for Christmas. I'm so excited to eat this cookie dough, you guys. It's coming together really, really well. Oh, another thing that I'm asking for is a Starlight. If you guys have seen those, I actually used to have these. I had one when I was a junior in college, and then I moved, and then like something happened where like I couldn't connect to it. It wouldn't work anymore. So I want to ask for a new one. It's basically just like a projection light that's like really cool. So you can like put it on at flower everywhere. You can put it on as you're watching TV, as I'm scrolling on TikTok. Just kind of like vibey. It's a mood. Next thing, I'm like, I feel like I'm asking for so many things. Oh, I was gonna ask for a mattress topper for Christmas because I like my bed, but I feel like it could be comfortable or more comfortable. But I ultimately decided not to ask for that because I feel like I was asking for like way too many things. Mattress toppers are like a couple $100s. Like that's just expensive. I can buy my own mattress topper or even ask for it for my birthday. So that was something I was gonna ask for, but then I ultimately backed out of asking for it. Okay, this is starting to get pretty crumbly, like with all the flour. This is a pretty dry dough, which I actually like about it. So it's just taking a little bit of arm work. I'm like kind of sweating, like combining all of this. A couple last minute things that I initially didn't ask for, but then I was like, oh, I need these. Maybe these would make a nice present. I asked for 2 different types of socks, just like regular ankle socks that you wear to the gym when you're working out. And then I asked for like little ruffle socks, which I thought are so cute. I used to wear these when I was a kid. Like I used to wear these little ruffle socks when I was in elementary school or even preschool. And they're just like, hey, wait, can I call you back in like a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye. Sorry, my friend called me. She wanted to tell me some tea, but I do need to finish this video. We're gonna try some of this. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so good. So the next step we're gonna do, we're gonna roll them into balls and then coat them with sugar, and then we're gonna bake them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stop eating this dough though. That was really good. I need to stop. Someone take this away from me. As I keep eating it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar into this bowl. We're gonna roll them into balls. I'm gonna call back my friend and hear the tea that she wants to tell me as I roll this, and then we'll put them in the oven. Cookies and tea, literally a win-win-win. Oh, the one last thing that I asked for Christmas. This was also like a very like last minute. I wasn't expecting to ask for this, but then I thought of it and I was like, oh, I should ask for this just in case. The Makeup by Mario Matte Eyes Palette. I have this Ethereal Eyes palette and I really like that. And so I wanted to get that one as well because I feel like the shimmers, the mattes would be the perfect combination. And that is everything that I'm asking for Christmas. It's kind of a lot of stuff and I don't expect to get all of it. So I feel like it's honestly a lot. Okay, we're about to make some cookies and I'm about to hear some tea. I'll get back to you when we're ready. I just threw them in the oven, I placed them gently in the oven at 375 for 8 to 10 minutes. I always like to go on the lower half of the range when it comes to baking cookies or any treats like that. I like a more gooier, fluffier cookie in general. And I also like to let them carry over cook. Carryover cooking is when you take them out of the oven and then you leave them on that pan for a while. So they're still kind of cooking, they're just not in the oven. They're cooking from the heat of the pan, not from the heat of the oven. And I find that makes a crispier edge, but a gooier center. That's kind of my type of cookie that I like. I like a fluffier, thicker cookie, gooey on the inside, nice crisp on the outside. And then once they're done out of the oven, you're going to take a Hershey Kiss and just place it in the center of the cookie immediately after it's out of the oven. And you're just gonna let that sit and harden for a while. This is what the cookies look like. If you want them to be a little bit more golden, you definitely can bake them for longer. Like I said, I kind of like a gooier cookie, so this is what I prefer. I wish I would have made the balls a little bit smaller. Like I think some of these are just a little too wide in my opinion. I like the peanut butter to chocolate ratio not too big. I think this one right here is the perfect one, and unfortunately that is the only one that I made that size. Maybe these two. The rest of them are a little bit bigger, so just noting for next time and if you guys try to make them. But I don't know if you guys can tell. What's like the ugliest one? This one's kind of ugly because it's too big. Oh, there, it's hot. It's hot. Never mind. We might need to wait for it. But do you see how these are kind of melted? They're very glossy. If I were to touch it, see, there we go. If you let it sit for a while, it'll harden. Oh, let's move that out of the way. That's not pretty. Let's try one of these cookies. It's so beautiful. That is so good. Oh my god. That was delicious. Anyways, I hope you guys liked watching this video. I'll have the cookie recipe linked down below, as well as all the stuff I'm asking for Christmas. I would love to hear what you guys are asking for Christmas. Whether it's a big list like mine or a smaller list, I'd love to hear what you're asking for. And I love you guys so much. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.